boundaries are, because it's just like there has to be a boundary. Else, then when does something go too far? Even if it's like, all right, we're not dating or we're not boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't believe in kind of like restraining things to a box.
Yeah.
But if it's open source, that's a dangerous game you play.
Yeah. Open source is wild.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's a dangerous game you're playing. So just even to kind of like, just be clear of how somebody feels about you. Because somebody can fuck with you and not give a fuck about you. I've seen that shit happen.
Yeah,
so it's just like, that's what I'm saying. Like, feelings and your feelings will lie to you, and you'll be telling yourself it's one way in your head, and the whole time it was never that way.
That's manipulation prison.
But so when I say like security, I mean clarity.
Yeah.
Sean Johnson, Head Steph, Sade Renee.
Namaste.
You tuned to another episode of the IC. Thanks for tuning back in. Like, subscribe, stay in tune, comment. We appreciate all the feedback. How's everybody feeling?
I'm over here bowling in the band. Those with a few biddies and they go to tripping. You know you did. I'm on my Birdman shit, man. I'm cool. How y'all doing?
Sade Renee?
Feeling good, feeling great. How are you?
How's everybody's week?
It's been alright.
I've been chilling.
Just putting shit into action.
It's winter. I'm in hibernation mode. I'm plotting, chilling.
Nice.
Chilling like a villain fresh off for killing.
I hear that.
Yeah, it's cold as shit outside.
It's dumb cold. A bitch that don't wear a coat was like, I gotta put on my coat.
No, I ain't gonna lie.
I had to get my coat out of my trunk. Like, I gotta put this shit on.
Niggas had me downstairs outside. I was like, no, we in the man. Open the door by you.
Word up.
Damn cold.
Man, fucking
That's what
cold.
I fucking hate about New York. It's either too hot or too cold.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Like, the springtime is just be mad. Like hoodie season is perfect.
Hoodie season is perfect, but I hate fucking
as soon as it gets hot. Oh, I have allergies all year round.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about that.
No, I've been seeing the allergies.
I'm bubble girl.
Yeah, I'm allergic to so much shit.
Yo, at my job, we were forced to get the COVID vaccination.
Okay.
And I was really I was terrified of it. I was like, I'm not getting it. I don't want it. And everybody in the building, that I was cool with, they're like, oh, it's for you. It's for the other people. I get it. That shit fucked me up. Fucked me up. I take medicine every day because of that shit.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've been in the hospital twice because of that shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Now I have chronic hives.
What?
I have super bad reaction.
What, the COVID shit?
Tongue swell, face swell, whole body covered in them. Yeah. Out of nowhere, it just activated my immune system, and now I'm fucked up.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm good. Cause you just go through it. You just go through what you grow through what you go through. It was I had to do it because I wanted to go back to school. We had to get it for school. Yeah. And I really wanted to go back to school. I wasn't going to let nothing get in my way.
Oh, so you got the 2 shots, not the booster.
I'm not touching that shit.
Yeah, I'm not getting the booster either. I got the 2 shots too.
I'm not touching that shit.
Yeah, I'm not fucking.
But everybody's like, oh, you're going to help people and you're going to... I'm like, listen... I know it was scary, but nah, I'm good.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little iffy about government issued medicine, but
all that shit.
I still did it because I got old people in my family, and if I don't know, I don't want to be like, yo.
Well, you can still catch it.
I know you can still catch it, but at the same time, if somebody catch it in my family and then something happened, at least I know I did everything I could in my power. Because if something happened. Sense. And I didn't. I'm like, I don't really know the definitive answer.
There's still 2 people in my house that never had it.
I didn't get COVID until I got the shot. That's the weird part. Yeah. I survived the whole entire time without having COVID. Then I got the shot. Then I got COVID.
Yeah, I got COVID for the first time. When was that? When I was sick. It was a couple months ago.
Yeah.
2 months ago, 3 months ago.
I got it when it first came out.
I didn't.
I got it when it first came out, and it was light. It was light. I get migraines. That headache, light. It was nothing. And I was like, oh, I get to stay home for 14 days, all right, whatever.
With them type of vibes.
Yeah, like whatever. I was like, it's the flu. The flu's worse.
Nah, the flu.
The flu's worse. That
The
shit take
flu
you
is
out.
the devil. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That flu.
A virus is
like,
a virus.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. There was one. I don't cry a lot. Like I'm not really. Matter of fact, I cry when it comes to my family, but whatever. But I don't cry like on regular shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
My nigga, the first time I had the flu, I was 28 years old.
Really?
I never had the flu before. My nigga, I thought I was dying. My nigga, I was in the hospital. I see my mom come, bro. Just started crying. This is it, mom. Them niggas came back with the results. Hey, bro, you got the flu. I'm like, nigga, what? Why I feel like I got hit by a car then, my nigga?
Your body aching.
That shit whack, my nigga. I know.
I think it's crazy how they mandated the shit and like it turned into like an agenda.
I don't like that shit.
That's one thing is like we should talk about like government agendas. Like, do you I remember you saying I don't want to put words in your mouth, but there's no agendas when it comes to the government.
Oh hell no, I ain't never say that. Them words.
That was music.
Huh?
He said there was no agenda.
I'm not putting words in your mouth.
No, I know. I don't want.
We were specifically talking about music that time.
Oh, we're talking about music.
I am not out here thinking we live in the goddamn like the perfect world. Like, oh, they love us. No, hell no, bro.
Yo, what do you think is the motive with the world destroying Andrew Tate?
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't believe
they going hard on
I don't believe that's a.
I don't believe it either.
I don't believe that he's innocent. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
Yeah. You think that he's raping girls?
This nigga has been so loud and cocky. The nigga has been saying outrageous shit for years, and it's just all coming to light now. I don't think he's raping people. I think he's doing like petty nefarious shit.
Okay.
I don't think he's like some mastermind. I don't think he's smart enough to be that. I feel like he probably did some taboo shit that probably can get him like into a little trouble. But it's just now being blown up because the nigga is so cocky. Like I can't even call him confidence. You can't. He is cocky and he's loud and he's like.
He's Sagittarius.
He's just very out there. And I'm not saying he didn't have a lot of good messages. He does have a lot of good messages. I don't think it's like it's not something that I feel like it's a secret society trying to get this nigga. I feel like, yo, my nigga, this is the Rooster's coming home. Like my nigga, you did this. You reaped this, my nigga. You was out here, and I can't. And I'm like, like when Kanye said, and I'm anti-Semitic, and Adidas can't do shit to me. Okay. That's like, he called it. You called for it. You know what I mean?
I see something else, right? Because I look at like the whole what they call manosphere type of thing, and I think they offed Kevin Samuels. I think they did.
I definitely think they did.
I look at all the men that were a part of that whole group on the internet. And they shut these motherfuckers down one by one. And even if you look at like agendas when it comes to feminism and masculinity and things like that, there's something like if you look at you can always tell the agenda of the government when you look at the movies that are out right now, right? You'll have like the Woman King, and
Black
you'll
Panther
have
2 being the Black Woman Panther.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a certain agenda that is like suppressing masculinity.
I do agree that it seems
what
like
is
an agenda.
that? What is that?
I think the powers at B right now control media and television.
But what's the purpose?
I feel like what they're doing is it's like a coup almost. Like I think what they're oh my God! So it's like the logical part of my brain and then the like creative part of my brain are at a constant war because sometimes I like to explore these theories. I like the Joe Rogan shows and we watch and we explore shit. But then I feel like all right, let's be responsible. Let's be logical. Like, what are the chances of this? So I do feel there is a heavy hand pushing forward this. No, they're forcefully, which makes it unnatural and a little uncomfortable, doing the inclusivity thing on as far as media. It's unnatural because it's like it's obvious. Like it's so obvious that it's like all right, we get it. Like, you know, like everybody, we should accept everybody. And I ain't with that. But it's just like, let's make shows that don't even make sense now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, now Spider-Man's gay and Joker's having a baby, like, and he's pregnant. Like,
they fuck storylines up for the sake of
inclusivity.
And
inclusivity.
It feels forced.
It feels very forced.
My thing is, okay, let's step aside if people hate Kevin Samuels or not. Let's step aside people hate. Like, let's disconnect the messenger. And what is the agenda going to do at the end of the day? Like, what's the whole purpose of, you know what I mean, of
creating docile
demonizing masculinity?
Creating docile men.
For what?
I think that you're more easily controlled.
Yeah.
Women are naturally supposed to be not even submissive, but we're just the listeners. Like we look for a leader, and they want people to. It's like the more control they get, the more control they want. So the more susceptible you are to being passive and letting someone else make the decisions for you, you're in your feminine. You know, like when you're in your feminine, you're willing to let somebody else lead you. And I feel like they want everybody to be like the government wasn't supposed to have as much control as they have. Like when they first were put in place, it was literally supposed to be for the people that have the voice and to be a democracy. It's not a democracy. And I think that they're just trying to like world domination. Like, and the more susceptible men are to willing to take someone else's lead and not lead their own families, the more they're going to look to listen to the government. The government's always right. If the men do that, the women are going to do that. The families are going to do that. The children's going to do that. Everybody's in their hands.
I think that's a possibility. I'm not going to totally denounce that. I think that's a possibility.
It's just a thought.
I don't know. I don't know. It's very hard for me to grasp, fully commit to the idea that it's a whole government thing. I think it's a couple of, I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know.
But why wouldn't it be a government thing? Who runs everything? Who tells us that we can't? Why they want to ban TikTok? Why do you want to ban TikTok? Because of free thought.
China.
Because of free thought. Because on TikTok they talk about shit they don't want us to know. People spread information.
Twitter? Why not Twitter? Why not Facebook?
Well, because the algorithms are different.
The algorithms are different.
With TikTok shit spreads like wildfire, and it's not really.
So what stops that at IG?
No, because TikTok is the only platform where you can have 200 videos, your last video, and if your next video, if people are watching it, the TikTok is the only platform where stuff still grows naturally. On IG, things don't grow naturally anymore.
Explain that to me, because I don't know. Like I get
what now with IG, when you see other people's posts, it's usually posts that people that you interact with the most, or their paid promotions.
See, that's why I don't like IG anymore. Like,
IG is superficial.
It's mad boring.
IG is like the cafeteria lunchroom.
It's so boring, bro. It's just showing me what they want me to see. And I'm like, this is not what I want to see.
Right. TikTok is cultivated to you. To what you watch.
Yeah, exactly. And
so,
wasn't IG like that at a point?
At one point.
Yeah, it was.
It switched up.
When is TikTok going to change to that algorithm?
They're trying to ban it completely. They literally put in Trump wanted to ban it
because it's free thought.
But
there's as much as there's people dancing.
I don't know if that's I feel like that's not the reason though. I feel like it's something to do with China and information and shit. Because like at the end of the day, like if that was the case, then Trump would want to ban Twitter. But Trump got banned off of Twitter.
But he wanted to ban Twitter. He was
using Twitter so much.
Yeah.
And his shit that he was saying was very free thinking, very controversial, and very irresponsible, but he was still on Twitter clickety clacking.
But Twitter's a little different.
Twitter has a different algorithm.
They have a different algorithm. Also, like
I don't use Twitter, so I
think Twitter's like you have to search for what you want to see on Twitter. Like my Twitter,
right.
I don't see what anybody else sees. I see what I want to see. Like I literally will follow somebody and then I'll see their shit. And unless I look up certain topics or certain themes, it does not come up at all.
The centerpiece of TikTok is the discovery.
Okay, I agree.
Like
with
you
you.
can go to the For You page and it's for you.
When you go on your phone, you go on TikTok. It's like roulette.
That's what I like. So let me just say something real quick, real tangent. There's a lot of older people. Like I'm 34. And all my friends are like around that age bracket, right? So there's a lot of my friends that sit here and like clown, like, yo, I'm never down on TikTok. That shit corny. That shit for the kids. Bro, download fucking TikTok.
I love TikTok.
Don't use any other social media platform than TikTok now. Every once in a while, like I'll touch Facebook by accident just off like muscle memory. And I'll be like, what the fuck am I doing? Let me go to TikTok. Or same thing with IG. Because I go for laughs. I go for laughs, creativity, and music, which is creativity. Like, that's what I go for. And that's what I see there. Like, I get all those. And then every once in a while, something new comes up, or some sad shit, or some cool shit, or some inspirational shit. I'm like, I don't want to see this bullshit. Like, go here. And then it's there. I fuck with TikTok. I just want to, like, tell, like, all the older people that, like,
I think everybody's on it.
There's still
you're talking about
they're on
like,
it, but they don't have any posts.
Millennials is on it.
Yeah, well, anything about anybody that's not on it, stop with the stigma. It's not just people dancing and creating new fucking shits. There's a lot of creativity and dope things on TikTok.
Yo, you ever been on Clean Talk?
What is that?
Clean Talk is literally where it shows you hacks on how to clean.
Niggas ain't
like and organized. But
like
that's what I'm saying. Like there's a space for everything. For me on TikTok,
I be on Booty Talk.
And you go anywhere for that, nigga. Yo, my nigga, there's an overabundance of booty on the internet, bro. Like, it's got to the point where I could just be like, God damn, bro, get out of here. Like, what the fuck?
Word.
Like, you just shaking ass all day, bro.
Leave me alone.
For real, bro. It's just like, bro, I don't know, bro. It's too much ass on the internet, bro. Too much ass. Look, call me whatever.
Is there equivalent to Booty Talk for women? Is there like guys showing their abs and shit?
No.
Nah, but there is shit like that on there. My shorty be showing me shit
on
like
Instagram. There are a lot of men who like to do thirst trap.
Yeah.
TikTok. Like there's like, and you know what, for me, what it is, like, cause I started following a lot of fitness pages. Like I'm really into like fitness, and there's a very fine line between a fitness person and a thirst trap.
Exactly.
And I follow a lot of bitches, and I had to unfollow a lot of them because I'm like, I don't want to see, I don't want to see your camel toe.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to see, like, I want to know what workout or what meal plan.
Like, them spandex don't gotta be spandexing like that.
Nah, it's just the workouts they be doing is just like, that's unnecessary. And I'm a person who like, I go to the gym. I've been to the gym. I know how the gym works. Certain shit is mad unnecessary.
Yo, I seen this shit the other day called Twerk Out.
Oh yeah,
it's like a fitness page that all they workouts is like on some
like Zumba,
some WAP shit.
Nah, so there's this dude, and when I first followed him, it was fitness. Like he'd be in the gym, he'd be doing meal plans. But I noticed something. Every video he's in, like his shit is just like, you're like,
the print and everything.
You're not watching his meal prep. You're not watching like nothing else. You're just like, he's like doing jumping jacks, and you're just like, like, and just, like, or they wearing like the tight compressed shorts, and it's just like, okay, it's like you have to stop yourself. Like, am I watching this for the workout, or am I just watching this nigga?
Yo, I'm telling you.
And it's just a very fine line, and I think that the fitness world has like blurred the line between thirst trap and actual fucking fitness and wellness and healthiness.
He is I and I am him. Like, that's what it is.
Yeah, like it's like I don't know, but I carefully cultivate. Like, I'm super intentional about any of my social medias. I don't see if I see some shit where I'm like, nah, I'm unfollowing you or deleting you, but it's there. It's definitely fucking there.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, I know that's not the main point, but there's a lot of sexual content, and I mean, hey, man, I don't kink shame. I just think it's a little it's not overwhelming. It's just excessive.
You see the girls who be acting like they getting fucked.
Oh my god,
that shit is mad annoying. You watch it and they're just like,
yo, and yo, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I recently got into the ASMR shit because it helps me sleep.
I like ASMR,
but then they sexualizing that too now.
They sexualize everything.
And my nigga is like, you got this bitch. What do you want to do to me?
Oh, that's when they go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the ones with the
like,
slime, with the crunchy stuff and the slime.
I'm trying to sleep. Why you making my dick hard? Like, chill out. What the fuck going on? This shit is different,
funny.
bro.
That's so funny.
I'm like, chill the fuck out. Like, god damn. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I guess it's for like the youngins. I don't know. Just horny people. I don't know. It's cool.
Nah, I think that we've in America we've definitely over-sexualized
every
like nothing
fucking thing,
nothing
bro.
safe
Niggas can't even watch a mukbang, my nigga. Like,
at all.
why you gotta
And
eat the food like that?
all.
Bro?
Yo, I remember when I was a kid, it was kind of hard to find porn.
Yeah,
Dumb hard. Nigga, you remember
you had to watch
watching
the
the fucking
Scrambler?
channels?
The
Yeah,
Scrambler.
You see a tit every once in a while.
Yeah. Yo, now I would like go on TikTok and I'll just see a girl, she acting like she's doing a dance and she'll turn around
And then start just
her butt just.
I'm like, oh shit, God. And it's like you can't miss it.
I used like that shit used to take me motherfucking stealing a porno mag from the deli or like
imagination,
imagination,
all types of shit.
Now you can literally go on
demand, my nigga.
But
nigga,
it's like
whatever.
it desensitizes sex.
Yeah.
So sex isn't special anymore.
Yo, dead.
Sex is like I said, fucking is fucking. Like you don't have to like even a girl can fuck you and not have feelings for you.
Wow.
It desensitizes you because it's just like
but
what?
Is that bad or good?
It's bad. Because it's not important and it's literally something that should be sacred and it should be special.
But what
to
is
just
the silver lining? The silver lining, no?
To just be fucking, to just get off.
I mean, maybe it's not that important no more.
It's not. What do you mean?
So like, if sex is not that deep, like niggas will stop thirsty, like being so goddamn thirsty.
Yes, but I think
they're even more thirsty.
Exactly.
I don't know
because sex is everywhere. I can get it anywhere. Now it's almost like everyone's hypersexualized. Now they feel entitled to sex.
You know, the way I think about it, that is kind of weird. Is like when these little boys, not little boys, when you're a young man and you have your girlfriend, well, for most niggas, your girlfriend's not really gonna have like the perfect body. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you're gonna love her for her body. You're like.
But
intimate.
But even so, nobody's good at sex at 12, at 15.
We're not talking about 15-year-olds.
But that's who's watching this shit.
I'm talking about young men.
That shit is scary.
Young men are watching porn.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm talking about young men. So like, you get used to your girl's body. She don't got the
shit that you seen
on the internet, like these big BBL bodies,
so
slim waist.
You start looking at your shorty like she not adequate.
Exactly.
But
that's what I think is a problem.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's the even crazier part is that it's like you can tell these bitches didn't have this shit growing up because the bitch with that shit growing up ain't acting like that as an adult.
Yeah.
You not acting like that.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. The sexiest thing to me is the baddest shorty that don't even like worry about her shit like that. Like, not saying like she don't keep her shit together, but she's not out here like, you know, like I feel like when I see a bad girl, I feel like it's like, okay, so where's the booty clap? Like, oh, wait, when are you gonna do? When are you gonna do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, and excuse me if I'm sounding like, you know, misogynistic or whatever. I'm not trying to, but it's just like I feel like it comes with the package now. It's just like I look good. I gotta show you I look good. Like almost like waving in front of your face type shit. Like I don't know. Like it's just. I get what you're saying though. Like it is. I think in that sense, it's kind of dangerous because they said like there's like a large amount of fucking incels nowadays. Like this young dudes that's not getting no buns.
Well, because they were only going after a certain type of person, and they all got BBLs, and they all look a certain way.
Not true. That is so not true. Because a lot of the guys don't even have the confidence to talk to those girls.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
And all the girls are saying, "Oh, you guys only want girls with BBLs and perfect bodies." A lot of niggas is just like, "Oh, she done bad. Oh my god."
That's it.
And they look at them and they just put their head down. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the guys don't got the like guts to go to talk to them in the first place.
That's what I was saying on the last show. That's the AI talk, but I'm not gonna go back there. But I'm just saying, like this, they built different nowadays. They don't got the fortitude like we did back in there. We don't like rejection is like the utmost fucking scariest thing to niggas nowadays, bro. Like being like my nigga. Do you know? Yo, you know what? I remember one of my boys. I'm not gonna say his name because whatever. I'm just not gonna say his name. But I remember he used to tell me like, I don't know how you just be walking up to bitches like that. Excuse me, I don't mean to call him bitches, but this is what he said. Anyways, but I'm like, my nigga, like. I get 100 no's before I get 2 yeses.
You shoot.
But them 2 yeses is be hitting. Like, you know what I mean? Shoot and shoot, baby. You just gotta shoot your shot. And at the end of the day, somebody gonna like this. You know what I mean? Somebody gonna like it. And I'm okay with that.
But that's what social media does. It makes everybody hyper aware of what everybody's looking at. Yeah. So it's like it paints this unrealistic picture of what you should look like or what you should be looking for. And a lot of people just don't naturally have that confidence and they never build those skills. Yeah. Because they're too busy on the internet looking at what everybody else is doing. So they think they're supposed to look like them.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
Like, just think about, like, I know you're talking about guys, but just think about how many girls that don't look like a girl will look at the girls on the internet and think that they're naturally supposed to look like that. Most girls don't naturally look like that.
But we go to school, we go to work, and we see what's at school and at work and all that. We don't like,
and most of the kids are just looking for it. That's what they look for.
Like, I try to think of, you think about like some porn star with like some like big ass and big titties, and you try to look for that in your hometown, like.
But that's what
now if you think about it, Gino, like right now, right? If you're thinking in your head, who got I can't. I know you're in a respective relationship right now,
definitely.
But if you're thinking who got the dopest body or who got the biggest butt that you know or anything like that
in real life,
you're not gonna pull you're not gonna have a handful.
Nah, I can barely think of one right now.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But they even say
we don't see that a lot.
Porn desensitizes you to sex as well because you think that all sex is supposed to look like porn sex. They say there was just a study and it was saying like guys who watch a lot of porn think that when they have sex it's gonna be like the porn, so they don't even get past that awkward we don't know what we're doing phase because they're expecting it to be like porn.
I guess that in that perspective is something we never had to deal with growing up because we didn't have that social media. So at the end of the day, I can see so the person I am now, like I ain't gonna lie, I was a closeted nerd growing up. So I was forcing myself to be in situations that wasn't me. But like if I was the way I am now, like I'd be on the computer a lot, man. I'd be at home a lot. Like I'm a homebody. Like that's how I am now. I can see myself if I was a homebody. If I go back home as a kid and just be on the internet all day and be seeing these type of things, I can definitely see me thinking that's the norm. Even if I go to school, maybe I would think like this is what bitches look like when they grow up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is what bitches look like here, somewhere else.
I never really thought about that. When you think about, I'm gonna try to be not too descriptive, but let me know if you can follow. Right? Uh-huh. When you think about porn, the way a porn scene ends. What happens at the end of a porn scene, right?
Yeah, you get nutted on the face and all crazy shit.
I was going to say all of that, but all of that, right? But
I'm just saying, man.
But
seen a couple movies.
Now for a boy who's having sex for the first couple times, where does he think that sexual encounter is going to end? Does he really think he's going to release?
Yes. Yes.
Oh no! I don't think as a.
But that's what I'm saying.
As a
my
man, I don't
first
think,
couple times I had sex, I didn't think that I was just gonna go all over her fucking forehead like I you know what I'm saying?
I understand that. But it's very different now, and that's where their expectation is.
But that's the
so
truth.
You have
so right,
as a person who has one of these people who lives in their house.
Yeah, that is true.
As a girl, right? As a girl, right? That watches a lot of porn, like because I'm sure girls watch a lot of porn too. Right after her first time having sex, right after she has sex, she gets on her knees and looks up.
Some girls, yeah, and then they go in the bathroom and cry because they're like, I didn't know it was gonna feel like that. There, most girls talk amongst girls, and we all talk about our first time, and most of our first times are horrible. Like I don't know too many girls. Like I feel like I'm one of only a few girls that had a great time their first time. Most girls, like, I thought it was going to be like this, and I did this, and I thought it was going to be like that, and it was not that. But they have this expectation in their head, and they go in there fucking hyped up, thinking it's going to be a certain way, and it's not. And that's because of what they're seeing. What you see and what you actually do is two different things. especially in this age of social media, when you see
niggas
all
is
this
a
shit
little
on,
weird growing up
like,
nowadays, bro. I ain't gonna lie,
they're
bro.
mad
These young
weird.
niggas is weird, bro.
They're
Like,
mad
I'm not gonna
weird.
lie, they're a little different. So at the end of the day, I don't really.
And social media just exposed it. Like when we didn't have no idea of what it was supposed to look like.
Yeah,
We didn't know what it was supposed to look like. We
you
just
know what?
wanted to do
Also,
it.
too, I had like we gotta also think about our male influences in our lives. I grew up with a lot of females around me. As I got like my family's majority women, so it's like we got not gonna say too many, but we got a lot of female cousins, aunties, a lot of female. But then again, I do have some men, and the men that I was around, they were like, they were smooth. I had a cousin, my older cousin, the one the first time showed me some porn. He was like, hey, this is what it's be like. You guys don't do this, don't do that. You know what I mean? I had people to look up to like coach me through like how to be Mr. Ladies.
We don't have that.
So some people, I don't know if they do or don't. There may be some people that do have that, but at the end of the day, for those who don't, I don't know how it would have been. Like, me growing up, you remember how it was. Like, I was Mr. Ladies Man. Like, I was all about the girls, and I ain't gonna lie. Like, I feel like I was. I guess you could say. I also was a silver lining because I was molested as a kid and too early exposed to sex. So I was kind of like. I don't know if it was, I don't know, I'm not a psychologist. I don't know what it was. But my early experience with sex kind of threw me in there and had me wilding. Like I was wilding at a young age, which led to experience. So I don't know so first off, I don't know what the normal side of that looks like. And then I also don't know what these new young niggas is going through with that. Cause it's like, I don't know. Like I know somebody very close to me. All right, so boom. I know somebody very close to me that like that we never really talked about sex growing up, but I talked to him and I was like, he was like how many bodies you got? And I was like, I gave him a crazy number, and he was just like, damn, I only been with 5 bitches. And I'm like, nigga, I kind of felt sorry for him, but then at the end of the day, I was like, wait, should I be feeling sorry for him or me? You know what I mean? Because it's like, is something wrong with me or is there something wrong with him? Like, is five bodies as for a man at the age of 30 and up normal?
I don't think so. I'm not gonna front.
That's not normal, right? Like,
nah, because especially like going through college and you're in a concentrated place, where everybody's excessively drinking and all the women are all at their peak.
That's what I'm saying.
And they want to have as much sex as possible.
So that's what I'm saying.
They want to let loose. There's a lot of girls first time as an adult away from their parents. You run into a lot of sex in college.
That's what I'm saying. Like
for those 4 years, maybe 5 years, you
get at least 4 or 5 a year, dog.
That I don't know, but I think yeah.
So anyway, so I think the reason why I was bringing, so I ain't trying to over here gloat and say like I got Mr. Pussy, but I'm sitting here like I don't know what it would be like if my path was a little different. You know what I'm saying? Like I got family members or friends that didn't really go through that, and they wasn't as hungry as I was, and also they wasn't as experience with conversating with women, like, you know what I mean? So I don't know I know I have people around me that I know were like very socially awkward when it came to women. Like, and I'm like, hey bro, give me your phone, bro. Stop texting her like that. Text her like this. You know what I mean? Like, so I can only imagine with all the like mental health thing going on and all the like coddling and like.
But not only that, we have a surplus of single parents at homes.
That's another thing.
So you have a bunch of young men who are raising. No, it's on a whole nother level now.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know it went up, man.
Yeah, there's a surplus of single parent homes. You have a lot of people who don't like a lot of young men and women who don't have like people having those conversations. And even if you do have parents in your home and they're Gen X or older, they're not having that conversation with you. Like nobody taught me nothing. I thought it was a game.
See,
so you just don't know if you don't have a real if you're not getting the idea from the people closest to you, you're getting it from social media and whatever you're seeing out in the world.
Yeah.
If the people who don't care for you give you information, where do you seek the information?
That is true.
You know my opinion on that, right? I think a lot of times where you see women don't pick the best mate and they end up like single moms and stuff is because they're not running it through a good male filter. They're just going out on their own saying, I can do this. And they're picking like the worst nigga and like falling on their face. Well, if they would have brought that filter through their father. You know what I mean? Or somebody like that. Maybe, like, we can tell, like, men have a different sensory of other guys.
Yeah.
Like, we can tell, like, that nigga,
ain't the one.
he's not the one.
He ain't the one.
You know? There's like a hierarchy within the social hierarchy. Like, there's a perspective that men have with women and a perspective that men have with other men. You know, like you'll sit. We could have like 6 guys here, right?
Yeah.
And the chips will fall where the chips land, and one guy would be the leader naturally.
Yeah.
Socially, one guy would be the leader.
Yeah.
And socially, one guy would be the weakest link. Mm-hmm. But when you put those 6 guys, in a different room, I think women see that hierarchy in a different way. You know what I mean? So, like,
that is true. I don't know if
they don't see what we see. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, they don't.
So it a lot of times.
That's why a lot of times you'll see like a woman that like, yo, all right, I'm not gonna say no names, but in high school, how many times you seen like a shorty that's like fire, and then she end up with like this nigga?
It's because amongst the girls, he's that nigga, but amongst the guys,
he's not that nigga.
Some of it falls into each other because I think women love seeing guys work together.
Do they?
I think so. Like that's why fraternity works. You know, a bunch of
okay. So basically, not even work together,
they like structure within men.
A bunch of testosterone, like
right. So, like things like that
at work. Yeah,
right. So going back to the point, I want to ask Sade, why do you think women exclude like their father when it comes to like choosing men like today? Why do you think that's like a common thing?
I don't even know if it's necessarily exclude their father. I don't. Or
not even their father, just like a good male filter. Like, why do they always choose to do it on their own?
I personally have seen a lot of women listen to their moms. Like, and a lot of moms don't have a good perspective of men. Like, I remember my mom telling me her perspective of men, and I have a dad. So when I looked, I was like, ew, like, really? That's how you see men? But she didn't have a good men filter. So she didn't have her father in her life. She didn't have men filter her. I had my father, but I also had a bunch of boy cousins. And I have like really close male friends that I use as my filter. Sometimes I will listen to them, and I think sometimes women are just hard-headed and they like what they like, and they like it until they find out they don't like it. And I feel like a woman will, even like when you said with men in a group, she'll see someone and she'll think that he's the dominant male and she'll go for him. And that's why like you see a lot of girls who will talk to multiple guys in a crew, because she'll see one and it's like, oh, that's not it. And then they all kind of are similar. So she go to the next guy. But she doesn't have a true north. She doesn't have a filter. She doesn't have a male figure in her life that showed her, this is how a man treats you. This is how a man talks to you.
But that's a hoe though.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know.
You can say that, but it's just like, at the same time, if you don't know,
a hoe's not gonna be chosen anyway.
If you don't know better, if a man, okay, like your father is your first love. If you didn't grow up with a father that took you on a date, that took you out to eat, that showed you how to be treated by a man, you have no indicator of what that looks like.
Well, here's an indicator. If you getting passed around by the homies and the homies are still cool, when you on to the next nigga, you being passed around.
I understand that. But I'm saying like a girl doesn't realize that till it's too late. Most girls don't realize that until it's too late, because she has no true north. She doesn't know what that looks like.
All I think being a hoe is social etiquette. That's all it is. Because you'll have girls that do hoe shit, but nobody really knows, and she moves in a particular way.
That's fine.
Yeah, she moves in a particular way.
Just don't be messy about it.
Where she has a bunch of one night stands, or she does this or that, but she carries herself in a way where nobody really knows. There's no telltales. Like, men smell that shit. Like you have certain etiquette and certain things that you say and do that disguise like all of these like inappropriate sexual innuendos when you have a conversation.
You know what the equivalence is of that? How many niggas you seen on Facebook just be like men, like on Facebook, just messy as fuck, like just posting everything that they doing, like with women, as far as everything they post has to do with something about bitches, sex, and all that shit.
And to make it seem like they don't get no ass.
Exactly. It's like, yo, you like a bird head. They don't call them hoes, but
it's the opposite.
Thirsty, man.
Yeah,
like you don't get no butt.
Yeah,
and so that's the. I feel like that's the male equivalent. Even though it's opposite, it's the male equivalent.
No, yeah, the equivalent.
It's just the etiquette is missing. It's just like, bro, like everybody don't need to know what you're doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? For instance, like people like in high school used to say, "Oh, Gino, get hoes." Nobody can ever show you what I did. They can't see nothing. Unless you done came out with me, you see me like do some wild shit, like, all right, whatever. But that's staying there. It's not, nobody's going to see, you know what I mean? Like, it's not public. There's people that's just like there's no reason that niggas should be sharing Johns and like you be like, yo, like you, I don't know. I guess, I don't know. Sharing one John between the crew, that's a bogey. I don't know. That's a blunt, my nigga.
It's crazy because when you look at like a lot of times in like the feminist movement and like what a lot of women see as liberating, they see like a lot of times like being a hoe is liberating. Like if men can do it, women can do it too, type of thing. You know?
I don't know. I just feel like it's different. Like I know that sounds horrible, and I know there's been so many talks against it of being like, you know, misogynistic, and I'm supportive of like women for like in most ways. Like I want them to have all respect and rights, and it was, you know, whatever, like thrive, do what you want to do, but like what I just disagree with is like you can't change my opinion on something on like messy behavior. Like we're not like I do think there's something problematic about saying bitches and hoes, which I still have in my vocabulary. I'm sorry, but I don't mean it in a derogatory. I say, oh, there's hoes outside, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying like, oh, this woman is a whore. Like I'm like, it's just like something, whatever. It's a slang. But what I will say is just like I just feel like messy behavior deserves messy criticism. Like it is what it is. It's like.
But you said sex doesn't matter.
What you mean?
Earlier, you was like, that's a good thing that sex doesn't matter, so why would it matter?
I'm not saying, I didn't say sex doesn't matter. I said, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing that's desensitized?
That's where it goes. If sex doesn't matter, then why does it matter what she does? If sex isn't important, is no longer important, it's no longer sacred, and it's not something special, then why would it matter?
I don't think
I'm just asking a question.
I'm not saying that sex doesn't matter. Like that's never been my argument. I never even. No,
I was alluding to like what you said earlier.
I'm saying if sex doesn't matter, I said
earlier, like.
So basically, what I said when that said, is there going to be a good point to it? Is there going to be a silver lining? Wouldn't that be good that it's desensitized? So as far as saying that sex doesn't matter, like I don't know how to defend that argument because I never said that. That wasn't my point.
I'm saying if it's desensitized, it's already been desensitized. It's already been something that's just what people do. So if you have that, that's why you have a bunch of women who just like, it's just sex. It's not that serious.
I disagree.
I understand that. I know that. I think there's power in it. That's why I said it's just like a lot of women don't understand the power in all the things that you guys are talking about. A lot of them think it's just sex.
It's weird because it's like all right, so like if a girl like Sade, think of from a girl's perspective. If you have a dude that smashed all your friends, right? That's different than if Gito has a girl that all his close friends, everybody smashed. You see it one way, and he sees it another way.
Different.
Is it?
Because we don't care.
You guys don't care.
Not at all.
We care.
Not at all.
We care.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't see that thread where the girl was like, "Oh, you bringing your boyfriend to girls? Like, can we all fuck him?"
All right, so that's the thing. Like, I didn't even know y'all didn't care. Like that's new to me.
Girls will we'll have a nigga they'll bring over, like, and it's just like.
But then, and the kid, hold on. So, but that's the thing. The niggas in that group don't care either. I'm cool with her being a hoe.
Some guys.
I'm just not ever gonna respect her, like in the sense of like anything else.
No, I'm talking about in the example, it being your girl.
Oh, if that's my girl. Hell
and
no.
That being
and if that was
her
your
boyfriend,
and that was your
I'm
man,
bringing him to my friends, and
it's almost because she can stunt with him saying that he chose me.
Oh, so wait. Well, let me just
All right, I'm gonna run it back.
Hold on. So you would be cool if you had a man.
I didn't say I would be cool with that.
That's what I'm asking.
I said
that's what I'm asking. That's the question I'm asking.
Now, no. If I have a man and he has a good dick, my friends are meeting him.
No, that's not what I'm asking. What I'm saying is, if you have a boyfriend, think about your 5 immediate friends, and you think about your 5 immediate friends, right? You have a boyfriend that smashed all your friends, right?
And he ends up with me.
And he ends up with you.
Oh,
that's different.
Yeah.
Than your girl.
I was.
I didn't know that's what. I'm sorry, I missed that.
Girls
I didn't know.
I didn't know because he's pre-select.
Oh no, I'm sorry. She wouldn't be my girl.
She wouldn't be your girl.
At the end of the day, I lost if I got her back.
Exactly.
Oh my god,
you lost because you got the leftover. Yeah, nobody wants that.
Every time, like any family event, any group gathering, that's always in the air. Like, oh, y'all having a baby now? Damn, I was in that person.
Imagine being at the imagine all your friends, your close friends, being at your wedding. Everybody in the line, standing there. No, they smash.
It's like levels to this shit, nigga. Level 1, level 2, level 3, the boss.
Everybody online standing there with a khaki suit on.
Nah, bro. Can't bond my child, my nigga. Like, what?
Or at your baby shower and they sitting all having drinks and they know that everybody
done tasted that puss. Nah, I'm good.
It is. We just see it in different ways, and I think that's like. It's crazy because we'll put like the double standards in there and we'll say
I don't think it's a double standard though. The reason why
I'm not saying it's a double standard. I'm just saying that in a lot of the times in feminism, the woman would say, "Oh, if men can do it, we can do it."
And that's the problem.
And that's the problem.
There needs to be an understanding that yes, we should all be treated equally and respected equally and cared for, but there is a difference between us.
So you're talking about equity and not equally.
Exactly. I'm not saying that there should be any rights taking away from all rights as far as human rights need to be human across the board. Everybody gets paid whatever for doing with a job. But when it comes to like we are wired differently. We think differently.
I'm going to take it deeper, right? I'm going to take it deeper because a lot of the times for women to vet men, it's their resources. Because men's resources are women's security, right? So if I have a successful company and my 5 best friends are Forbes 500 list people, and I marry a girl, she knows that I have a successful husband and he has the most resources. My family's gonna be good. Now on the other side of that, if I'm in the circle with those 5 friends, I'm looked at as a weak link. Yeah. Because my vetting options. You get what I'm saying? I'm choosing.
You make bad decisions.
You make bad decisions.
Like, that's a huge decision you made in your life to marry somebody of that. Like that.
Right.
If you're gonna make that
amongst us,
just for your own life,
imagine what you're gonna do for our company.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So men,
he set off mouthful right there.
That's what I'm saying. So men look at that like I can't mess up my network. It just ruins everything. I can't mess up my network and how my business partners look at me.
I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a new thing that came to my mind too as an adult. So I have some health issues that I've been dealing. Right now I'm on the upside. Like we win in the battles. I'm not gonna state what they are, but I had some situation happen where we had a scare and let's just say like I was wondering if my significant other could like respond the way I needed her to respond. And I never thought about that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, as a man, it's like, I got everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm the protector. I'm this, that, and the other. But when it comes down to it, like, this is one aspect that I never considered. And I was wondering, like, damn, like, we gotta have a talk about that. You know what I mean? So, like, there's so many things that, like, when choosing a mate for a man is different, but it's like, I feel like there's also windows that we don't even look through. And it's kind of hard, but if I don't know, if I don't have somebody that's like, I don't know how I can feel that the one, like, if my friends was on, like, you choosy, like, you went through all these niggas before me. Like, I was there. Like, it's not like, oh, you had a life before me, but you went through all these niggas before you got to me. Like, I don't know how I could ever feel that one person is actually my rada. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you really mine, or is just like a battle of attrition, and like, I'm just here now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, like you're the last place.
The last place.
But she could have just found you last.
My nigga, if you went through all the friends, you didn't just find that person last. That was the last option. Like, if this short, bro, she had, like, so you know how they say, like, the women has control over the pussy, but men have control over the ring?
Yeah.
She could have gave that to any one of those friends.
Right.
She gave it to you last.
Right.
My nigga, you weren't the top pick. You were the
I get what you're saying, because it's a group of friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you knew me. Right. Because you knew the group.
Right.
I was the last pick. You know what I'm talking about? Like, so at the end of the day, I couldn't. That's another reason why I couldn't do. Like, that's just like the fucking smallest reason. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry.
I think the biggest reason is the network. How does it look from a woman's perspective?
Yeah, how would you?
That's what I'm saying. What's the other side of it? Right?
You have so your son. Say your son has a group of friends. Mm-hmm. And all the girl, this is one girl that's a part of that group of friends, slept with everybody, and then 5 years later, she ends up with your son. How do you feel about that?
Like, what if it's your son is older, of course, and it's his like fraternity, right? Mm-hmm. And she slept with all the guys in his fraternity, and now he brings her to you and like, Mom, I think I'm gonna marry Jessica, and you're like, Jessica, that was with Philip, Fred, Jack, and you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you're like, yeah, what's that perspective from like a mother and just a woman in general?
I agree with you guys too. Yeah, I would agree with you guys. I feel like there's a difference between a girl who just literally like hops from dude to dude to dude. Mm-hmm. But I think there's also like, yeah, if it's just like she just went from one of y'all to the next one to the next one to the next one, it's like, all right, I don't think that's a good choice because she don't know how to choose. That's understandable. But if it's like the girl knew Fred when she was in high school, went with him in high school, left high school, went to college, met the other dude in college.
That's different.
So that's what I'm saying. So if it's literally like 1 year, a year and a half, she was fucking with Fred, and then the next year she was like, "Oh, Fred's not working. I think I'm gonna try his friend." And she's a whore. But I wouldn't advise him to take that
within that analogy. This is interesting now, because within that analogy, say if she's fucking with Fred the first year,
and she doesn't know the other friends,
and she doesn't know the other friends.
That's different.
But hold on. But at the end of those 10 years, Fred, Jack, Philip, all are at the wedding. And
it's a little awkward. It's a little awkward. I'm not gonna lie. So at that point, so let me ask you a question. And this,
wait. In that situation, is it still you still have the same?
No, I don't. Not for the girl. At that point, it's on the niggas. Because like, if them niggas was all friends, like for instance, I got this rule. Me and my niggas got this rule.
Yeah.
I don't care if you looked at this bitch.
Right.
If you ever fantasized about this bitch,
right,
and you voiced that opinion to me,
right,
that bitch is a dude now. She got a dick.
Right.
That's it. But if it was like on some shit like where I just met the nigga and then we bonded and then we came cool, and then I met Shorty, like if he told me about her, I don't know. It'd be weird if like we met all at the same time, like on some like, oh, I didn't know that was your Shorty. Well,
right.
It is what it is now. I guess that's different because like my nigga, like yo, my nigga, I didn't know you. I don't know what the fuck that was, but like we got a thing now.
Yeah,
that's different. If we were friends throughout, like,
and y'all all knew each other together,
then it's like weird. That's your homies is weird. Bro.
Yeah, that's weird.
Your homies is weird, and like I think this shit.
That's what I'm saying. If it's like spread out over most of the time, and they didn't know you were all friends at the same time, that's not on her.
That's not on
the
her.
Same thing.
Because at the end of the day, she's not gonna stop living. Like what the fuck? She gonna do what.
But no, exactly. It's not even. I'm not asking if it's on her or not. I'm asking if that still devalues the man in his network.
Nah, I don't think so. Well, no? if wait, so which scenario?
There's the scenario where there is obviously like time in between, but those 4 or 5 guys still hit.
Were they all friends the entire time?
Well, that makes it funny too.
Did she hang out with all of them at the same time?
If they were all friends the whole time, that's still fucking funny business. Because that means that you was looking at it the whole time, bro.
5 friends is a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Let's say 2.
Let's say 2 friends. So 2 friends, right?
Yeah, 2 friends.
So boom.
Because in 2013, one dude hit it, and in 2016, another dude hit it. 2023, you
did I know that they was fucking on her at that time?
We have too many variables now.
That's what I'm saying. If I knew, then she already had a dick, bro.
Right. Yeah.
If I didn't know, nigga, that's not my business.
Right.
Like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I done met people in my adult years where I'm just like, oh, yeah, cool. Oh, I didn't know y'all had a connection before.
Right.
That's crazy. Well, we're here now, so like it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if that's the homies from day one,
right?
No, you have a dick now.
Right.
You definitely. If you're that nigga that go back and date a nigga ex and marry that bitch, I'm sorry, you're a weird dude.
Yeah, that's
weird. That's
weird.
That's
you're
weird.
A weird dude, dogs. Like it's too
especially
many
best man.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Nah.
Like your homies.
Nah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like a girl who's fucking all of, like, if all my friends fucking, most likely I'm not marrying that nigga either.
Yeah.
He's just my boyfriend for the time, and then when I'm done with him, I'm done with it. Like,
if that's the case
that's never the nigga you choose to marry. That's not the nigga you're gonna be with. That's
if y'all having fun, y'all having fun.
It don't matter. That's why I said it doesn't matter. It's really just like, okay, I feel like there's phases of your life, and when you're in your 20s, you're doing some wild shit.
You know what makes it crazy? Like, if you really want to get down to what the logistics of it is, it's like you got to be stupid to think to have a committed relationship with somebody that is flaky as fuck. And not only are they flaky as fuck, usually it takes so much. So everybody gets cheated on, right? Like people get cheated on. That happens. But for you to know, like my nigga, it's like it's like taking an investment. I'm gonna invest in this thing that I don't know much about, but I think it has some value.
So what are taking a risk? What are top 3 red flags?
Hold on. Let me just get this.
Because it's connected. Like, I'm not sure what.
I get you. So first, I'm gonna answer your question, but I'm gonna answer it like this. So first, the reason why I say it's crazy is like if you're just having fun, it doesn't matter because that's the same thing as I'm saying. Like when the homies is all getting a turn. Hey, my nigga, she did that thing. Yeah, she did that thing. It don't matter.
Right.
I'm not trying to have an emotional commitment, but it's like saying like, bro, like you wouldn't go outside, you wouldn't jump off a building and be like, I think I can fly.
Right.
Because you know that shit is unlikely. Like, what the fuck? You know, you can't. This girl just jumped from 4 niggas. You watched the 3 niggas do it. For you to be the 4th nigga, you stupid, dog. Like, you're dumb. Like, you thought this was going to go somewhere? You're trying to have a relationship with this? Like, you're stupid. That's why I look at the nigga like, dumb.
Some people will try. And it will never work out.
It's stupid.
It never works out.
So the red flags, right? If a girl is choosy, like, if it's just like, you got to look at a girl's morality. You know what I mean? Like if you're talking about relationship wise, like you don't date somebody that's just like, bro, like how many relationships have you been in the past 2 years? If this bitch say 5, my nigga, something wrong, bro. Like what the why you have 5 relationships in a year, bro? Yeah. Like it's kind of crazy. Like the same way of job, like it's not gonna. They're not
gonna hire you.
You worked at Costco, UPS, and USPS. Something wrong.
You must not like working.
Something's wrong, my nigga. You collecting unemployment. What are you getting out of this? You just you're a thrill junkie. You like that new feeling. Also, you gotta look how she carry herself. Like I'm a strong believer. I don't care how much shit changes of like mental health. But I'm a strong believer. It's like, yo, when you attach your soul to somebody, like on a relationship wise, my nigga, she represents you and you represent her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How do you want yourself to look like? Now she out here over here just gawk 3000 on expert mode. My nigga, now you looking stupid. That's what she known for. Now you attached to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so at the end of the day, it's like those are two huge red flags. Oh, that third one, my nigga, you just gotta know. Like, I feel like you gotta from experience, you gotta know a liar. You gotta know a liar.
You gotta know a liar.
Like people
a gamer, not even a liar. It's like some like people will feed you a story.
Yeah.
And you got to be able to see past that story.
Yo, not for nothing.
Because it's on another level than mine.
It's almost like you have to. Everybody's dealt with every situation. It's like God hands you metaphorical cards. You have to be able to look at the deck and assess the situation. Like, what can I do with this deck? Or it's like, this doesn't make sense. This person said this, but this doesn't add up.
Or you got a bad hand.
Yeah, well, you got to know it's a good hand and a bad hand with every
Sometimes you're not going to be able to catch it. But my thing is, here's something I would recommend everybody do, man, female alike. I watch people lie.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the extent
that you're going to go.
They go.
How comfortable you feel seeing in that lie.
That's true.
How far you're going to go with this lie.
Deadass.
Like your mom wants you to come over on Sunday, but you don't want to tell her no. Oh, I'm just not feeling good. All right. Is it just I'm not feeling good?
What kind of liar are they?
No, Mom. What happened was I got to go to Africa and that was believable as fuck. You are capable of some dangerous shit.
That's true.
And that was your mama.
Right.
What you gonna tell me?
Yeah.
Right.
I watch all that shit, bro.
Right. Yeah.
What you telling your job while you calling out?
Right.
Do you feel comfortable? You nervous? Do you need to talk me up? Do you need me to talk you up to do it first? Because if you're like, I got this. That's
why I said it's a game. It's gamer, not even a liar.
Anyways,
it's a gamer.
I'm not coming into work tomorrow. You good at this.
Word.
You good at this.
Yo, I remember I was messing with this chick and like when she'd be on the phone, they would be like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And it's like, "Oh, I'm just about to get something to eat." And I'm like, "We're not getting nothing to eat." And I was thinking like, and I asked her like, why do you lie every time somebody says like, what are you doing? He was like, 'cause I'm not doing anything. And I'm like, that I don't know. That was just the weirdest shit to me.
Or the person that just always put their phone face down.
Yeah.
Don't put their phone on silent when they around you. Like this just telltale
phone face down
is a red flag.
I don't care if you got all green flags.
Huge
phone face down.
You hiding something.
And I'm not gonna lie, I used to be that nigga. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like all the time, I think, because when I knew some wild messages coming to that phone. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to be seeing that. So at the end of the day, when I see that, and once I started noticing, like, I started leaving my phone like this, and then it went from that to like, I don't even have you know how the screensaver timer?
Yeah.
I don't even have that on my phone no more.
Yeah.
My phone will stay on all fucking day.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it dies. That's why my phone will stay. That's why, honestly, the message y'all sent me yesterday, I didn't see that shit till like 1 o'clock in the morning. My phone was dead. I didn't even realize it.
Or even just the person that takes the phone call in the other room every time. Like there's just signs that you know like something's up with this person.
And I'm gonna tell you like this: it can be a fine line between good and bad with this thing, because I'm not gonna lie, I have like been like a little overly vigilant in my past.
Same.
And I had to like
with good reason,
fine tune it with good reason.
But I think that's like shit you go through when you're in your 20s,
yeah.
And then the scars you get from your 20s, you kind of refine them in your 30s, and you're like, okay, now I know what to look for, and now you can't like nobody should be able to get over on you by a certain age.
Exactly. So I'm gonna tell you like this. In the end of the day, I don't care how experienced or how old you are, you'll never be able to safety proof the future of your relationship.
Period.
So don't think this is like a secret tell-all, like you'll never get cheated on if you do this. Like, no. The end of the day, when you go into a relationship, you're opening up. You're vulnerable.
You're being vulnerable. That's the point of being in a relationship.
You're capable of being blown up. Your world is able to be blown up. You have to think
that's the risk
way.
you take.
That's the risk of it. You have to be okay with that. But I'm not telling you to go in there dumb. Do not go in there dumb.
You don't go in there blind and naive.
I am a pattern junkie, bro. Like, at the end of the day, like, I watch patterns. And at the end of it, I know what time I'm gonna be tired. I know when I'm gonna get sleepy. I know exactly what my day's gonna be like. I like that. It's something like OCD about me. I love patterns. The moment I come in here, I know what the flow of the conversation is gonna be like. I know what kind of day we're gonna have based on what we say before the show. I'm a pattern. Like, and if I see like a twitch in the eye,
something off.
I follow that. I never say nothing though. I'll keep my pattern the same.
Vigilant.
I'm extremely vigilant. Extremely vigilant.
See, I'm a little different. I always allow people to be who I'm about, like space and freedom. I'm gonna let you be exactly who you are, and I'm not saying shit.
I'm not for
about nothing I see,
because that's how you catch the big fish.
Pretty much, you just watch them and let them be, and then when you catch them out there, you're like, all right.
Yeah, because the only thing you're doing by like speaking on the pattern changes,
giving yourself up.
What you letting them niggas know to tighten their game up.
You're giving yourself up.
You're
letting them know that you watching.
Exactly. Hey, pick up your game. You fucking up right here. I almost caught you. Oh, all right, I got you. Then they pattern gonna get tighter.
And they're like, oh, okay, let me do this before I do this. Do not
say shit to your significant other when you see red flags. Watch. Let them tell you the story,
but also have like a point of no return.
Exactly.
Like when things get too far.
Yeah, don't just watch and get your ass.
No one is when. Yeah, when you know when is when. Like when it happened, when you see something happen multiple times and you know when it's when. It's like, all right, it's a wrap.
And that way, the way you do it is like by doing that. What you're doing is like when you bring all the cards to the table and you gather your evidence. Boom, you put it on the table. This is why I'm out.
Yep.
And then, this comes out of nowhere. But if you gradually keep saying, why you did this? Why you do that? What's this about? What's that? They gonna have an answer for every fucking call. Well, I did this because of that. I did this because of that. You do this too much. Fucking gaslight. You know what I'm saying? You gotta.
I think that's
exactly how
it's a lot of work.
It's too much work.
It's a lot of work.
It's too much work.
But my nigga, shouldn't it be for somebody that you're trying to plan a future for?
I get what you're saying, and that's probably why I'm not settled down. I'm not going to front.
You don't want to do it because you did it before.
It's so overbearing.
It's a lot.
It's too.
Lot.
I don't want to be fucking Dick Tracy and be like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? I was talking about it the other day. I think like love can be overbearing.
It is. It's a lot of work.
It's too much work especially when you finally got your life at a place where you're like, I'm good right now. Yeah. I'm good.
Enjoy that.
You get what I'm saying?
Enjoy that, bro.
And
I'll tell you right now, if this don't work out, nigga, I don't think I'll be back here ever again. No, I'm sorry.
But the thing is, I understand where you're coming from because I said that last time, right? But you can't allow that person to get the best of
course. I mean,
or the last bit of love from you.
I get that, but it's just like it's not even about like declining love altogether. It's just that I realize like I feel like relationships are a huge topic in America, right? I feel like it's a little overrated. I feel like there's things in my life, not to say like my relationship's not fulfilling. I love mine, but everything's great. But there's other things in life that I'm focused on that are just like super important to me.
Yeah.
And for me to try to like, if I lose this one thing that's like super important to me as well, for me to try to find a replacement and that takes all this effort, I don't know. I've done it twice. You know what I'm saying? I was married before. Like I don't want to do this again. If it doesn't work out, then it's like I'm cool now.
I'm different for both of y'all because I'm terrified. I'm not putting my eggs in no basket because I just don't. It's just too much in the air, and like I'm just the all or nothing person. So when I'm in, and I know that I'm going to always put all in. And if it's not mutual and I'm not secure on just like, even if it's like, I feel like your relationship's up to you. So how it goes and how it spreads out, like if there's not constant communication about what that is and what it's going to be or where we're headed or like just kind of like where the boundaries are, then it's like I feel unsafe.
No, I get you.
I feel unsafe. And I feel like people, especially like people who like relationship junkies, they will lie to you to tell you exactly what you want to hear to keep you close.
Exactly what you want to hear.
That's crazy because it's like with somebody with your mentality and the opposite, like somebody like me would just be like, all right, go ahead. And somebody like that would be like, oh, there's no security in this. And it's like a stalemate. You get what I'm saying? It's almost like you know when people get in a fight in high school and they both in headlocks. You let go. You let go. You let go. I let go until you let go. You let go. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
those situations is tough.
Nothing gets fixed, it's like it's both sides' problem. Yeah. At the end of the day,
at that point though, like somebody got to be smart enough to be like, you know what, this is just not conducive. Like we gotta separate. Like, leave it alone. Like, I'm so I'm so for convenience in life as far as like my mental health, like I and energy. Like the same way I say I watch patterns, I'm all about good energy. If I see like a wave of negativity that's just constantly happening and I find the source of it being my relationship, I'm out of there.
I'm out of there.
I'm out of there.
Yo,
like, I don't care. I'll go through the missing, the boo-hoos, and so sick of love.
Peace of mind is so underrated, yeah.
It's key, bro. Like I've cut family members off for it, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I at this point, the way I think is like, bro, we only have a certain amount of time on this earth. I'm not gonna spend it stressing on some shit that I cannot fix.
Right.
I'm not. It's just like I've done it before, and I beat my head myself over the head so many times trying to figure out shit. It's like, bro, what the fuck did I get from that?
Word.
Like nothing. So at the end of the day, like I'm not saying like, you know, don't fight for your relationship. I'm definitely fighting for mine. But if it's just me fighting,
if it's one-sided,
then I gotta go.
That's what I'm saying. Like if it's just me caring. And I'm the only one who cares.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Like when I say security, I don't mean like, oh, what are we doing? And like, it's not about control.
Yeah.
It's more just about like we're on the same page.
Yeah.
And we're both kind of clear on the direction we're going on. Because I've been in a lot of situations where one thing's being said and another thing's being done.
Yeah.
It's more about that.
No, I respect that.
You get what I'm saying? Like a honest, mutual transparency where it's even if we're fucking taking it extra fucking slow, I know that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Like it's like when you have those smoke screens and the fog in between the situation and y'all are just hanging out and you don't know what the fuck. Like it just makes you anxious. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I was talking to my friend the other night too and she was saying the same thing. She was like, I'm not dating this nigga, but I don't know what the fuck this is. And it just makes it, and it's just like he's doing him and he's doing whatever he wants. It's like, that's fine, but let's be clear about what exactly the boundaries are, because it's just like there has to be a boundary. Else, then when does something go too far? Even if it's like, all right, we're not dating or we're not boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't believe in kind of like restraining things to a box.
Yeah.
But if it's open source, that's a dangerous game you play.
Yeah. Open source is wild.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like that's a dangerous game you're playing. So just even to kind of like just be clear of how somebody feels about you. Because somebody can fuck with you and not give a fuck about you. I've seen that shit happen.
Yeah,
so it's just like that's what I'm saying. Like feelings and your feelings will lie to you, and you'll be telling yourself it's one way in your head, and the whole time it was never that way.
That's manipulation prison.
But so when I say like security, I mean clarity.
Yeah, that right there I understand wholeheartedly. So
if I don't know what your intentions are with me, even if it's just we just fucking and having a good time.
Yeah.
Like, then we're fucking and having a good time.
I will say though, it's real hard for a nigga to let a girl know, like, yo, we just fucking and having a good time.
Why?
Because, like,
nigga, I might be with
ain't
the
nobody
shits
want it,
but it's okay.
You're a rare breed.
It's all right. Like, if that's what it is, then that's what it is.
So, like,
if I'm not happy with it, you're giving me the option to say I'm good. I kind of want more.
So, S, let me ask you a question.
Right.
How many times have you been with a John and you knew, like, this is just vibes, but you knew she was trying to latch on? She was like...
A lot of the times, I feel like women, I think they have better game than us. And a lot of times they blur the boundaries. So like they blur the boundaries. So it's like
because that shit is
they're playing the chess with you. Uh-huh. You know what I mean? This metaphorical chess. Then it's like they're trying to checkmate you, and you're like, yo, I thought you just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're trying to checkmate you, and it's like they're trying to almost like put you in a corner.
Yeah.
Where there's nowhere else to go
it's
but
like a lure.
be in a relationship.
But you can always say, no, I'm good. And if you're honest, then you can say, I'm good.
That's true, but
this doesn't work. This isn't working for me. You kind of putting me in a position I don't want to be in. Told you I didn't want to be in it. I was honest.
You're right. You're right. That should be the way to say it. I'm not gonna lie.
You're pussy if you can.
Nah.
My nigga, if you're gonna sit here and play fucking chess with a bitch you don't want to fucking play chess with,
I'm not saying
just to say you back me in a corner, nigga, you put yourself in that corner.
I'm not saying it's not right. It's right to play games. I'm not saying you should play games, but at the same time, to come out right and just be like, I just want pussy. It's hard to say that.
It be like that.
It do be like that.
So what's the problem?
But it's hard to say that.
If she's with
because you don't know what if you really fuck with the John though. Like
okay, if you really fuck with her, you might lose her. That's the fucking that's the game we're playing. That's the game we're playing. You might lose her. There's plenty of other bitches out there. Not your cheese, sis. Like fucking move on.
I get you. But a nigga sometimes a nigga gotta figure that out though. Sometimes a nigga gotta figure that out.
I feel like there's times that I said that and it just gets forgotten.
Yeah, there's times I've done that as well. Well, I'm just not looking for nothing.
And the nigga didn't keep it up.
Yeah, so what do you do about that?
I'm paying attention, and you can read when it you can say whatever you want to say, but I see what I'm seeing. Yeah. So if they don't match, my nigga, this is not it. So I got a dip. I don't got no problem with doing that.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
I don't got no problem with doing that. Like, yo, you said,
well, I went to
I
light
kept it a
something
buck,
up.
and I said, like, this
Shorty
is what
was not trying to be locked up. And I was just
it's like, I'm good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you hurt your feelings.
Maybe I just dig down a couple more times.
But you're good now, ain't you?
I'm good. And I ended it too, because I was just like, all right, we ain't going nowhere, so I got to get out of here.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Why?
But I feel like women don't do that though. Women don't be like this. If the woman is like feeling me more than I'm feeling them, like on some relationship shit, they don't. And I'll be like, yo, I'm just here for a good time, not a long time. They don't be on some like, all right, cool, and let me try to convince them otherwise. And if it don't work, I'm just gonna dip. They be on some like, oh, you fucked up, you this, you that, you piece of shit. I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
That's because she got in her feelings and told herself a story that it was gonna change. That she was gonna change the narrative.
That story told a lot.
That's on her. That ain't got shit to do with you. Because I like I said, I've been in situations where I knew, like, I'm like, this is not gonna end well. I like this dude, and he does not give a fuck about me.
Yeah, I've been there.
It's time to fucking take your shit and fucking bounce before it gets bad. My nigga, this ain't gonna work. Cause I like you and I know a lot of girls can't do it. It's kind of you have to force their hand. You gotta choose for them.
And on your side, I will say though, like once I dipped out on Shorty, dipped out on Shorty that didn't want a serious relationship, she started reaching back out for me. And I was like,
yeah.
But that's the game.
I'm like, yo, chill, cause you know this ain't gonna go nowhere, bro. You're not gonna give me back.
That's the game. You gotta know what game we're fucking playing. If we're playing Monopoly, let's play Monopoly. Yeah. And when I don't want to play no more, I'm fucking taking all my chips and I'm out.
I ain't gonna lie, if it did feel good though to see them text messages on the late night and just be like, sorry, I got some John with me right now.
Yeah, but that's
and yo, that's when I go back to like it being so overbearing. Because it's like having fun is a lot of fun too.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Going out and just like meeting different joints is
so fun.
It's fun too. I don't think any guy wants to let go of that.
All right, but being free and not having to work and just make money whenever you can make money is fun too. But anything worth effort and work and hard work. And to feel like that and never to find somebody to feel like you want to put in effort and work for it. To just cop out because it's work and it's overbearing, it's just like you're gonna miss out, and that's okay. That's your personal choice, but it's a cop out.
So let me ask you a question. Also, I know we're going a little long, but
we're going. Yeah,
I feel like it's a good combo though. Like when you was in a relationship, I noticed that like at a young age, because when I was younger, like I was in relationships, the temptation was like, I don't know, that shit was my downfall. I learned how to do it. I want to know how. At that age, when at time of like sex, like you in like the rampant era of like getting straight buns, how did you maintain like loyalty or like quiet those demons of temptation? How did you do that? Because I still don't understand. Because right now I'm not in a, like I'm 30 something years old, right? So I find it easy now because I'm not even in categories or situations where, you know, like shit like that is going on. I purposely don't put myself, but you was shooting videos, rapping, you was around it 24/7 and you didn't like waver at all. Like, how'd you do that, bro?
I think it's like passion for the situation. I think it's like if you have a tight connection with somebody, if me and you say, yo, we gonna fight these niggas, we gonna ride out.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When we get there, you get what I'm saying, that what keeps you fighting?
Oh, it's my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta hold my nigga down.
That's what I'm saying.
And I get that, but so here's the thing though. In the alternative of that situation, so like I don't want to say like that's my nigga, like that's not my girl, right? I'm not saying right now, I'm talking about in my past. But in that situation, the alternative of me not holding you down is your demise. Like some physical like shit could really badly happen to you. That motivation right there is like, nah, I'm not letting it happen.
That's called consideration.
But it's different. It's on a different level. Like he could die. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he could be like life changed forever.
And if you care about somebody,
but if you're in a relationship at
like
20, like you 20 years old, my nigga, like niggas look at like niggas could fucking still like you know what I mean? Like some butt. Like,
I didn't. Cause it's like, you know when it's like you ever been moving the dresser table and this shit heavy? He's like, you good?
Yeah.
Now I'm good. You good? Yeah, I'm good. Let's go. Let's bring this shit upstairs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like a kind of it's like a trust. Like you ain't break the bond. You didn't fuck up the agreement.
Yeah.
I ain't fuck up the agreement. I ain't fucking up. You good? You good, nigga? I'm good. You good?
Yeah.
So when the touch comes, like, damn, I don't know if I'm good right now. Shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, I ain't gonna bitch out.
Yeah.
We had an agreement. I ain't gonna bitch out.
They're gonna try to do it. Yeah.
It's like, it's almost like pride almost.
It's a testament to who you are. If you have integrity, I feel like when you're in a relationship, as much as it is about the other person, it's about who you are.
Well, I guess who I was in the age of 20s.
You wasn't with that. You like how
not integrity. Man.
I don't feel like you had to be. I feel like that was the lesson you had to learn. Like in your 20s, most of the time most marriages, when they get married in the 20s, they end up fucking breaking up because they ain't fucking explored the world enough.
Yeah, I was wild.
They didn't build that integral muscle.
Yeah, I was.
They just didn't have. You didn't experience enough.
But now I can see, like, I feel like it holds a lot more weight. Like in a relationship I'm in now, like, even though if there was temptation around, I think I would still be strong. Like, I don't know. I feel like I just got a lot more foundation behind me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, back then, though, I don't know. I was girl crazy. Like, that new feeling of a new joint.
But you also
like,
probably didn't care enough about what you would lose.
Nah, because I was deadly in love, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
That don't mean nothing. Love is freedom. Love it isn't based on conditions. I feel like that's where people get that shit fucked up. Love is not conditional. It's not, oh, if you do this, I'm going to do that. Love is, I fuck with you wholly for who you are. Even if that means I know I'm about to fuck up and hurt you, I have to consider you. So I'm going to consider you enough to not fucking hurt you. I'm going to leave you before I hurt you. That's love. Fucking around.
Just don't get caught so you don't get hurt.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
Everything comes to light. You can't do no shit without the shit coming out.
That's not true because it never came to light. That shit is dark.
It probably ended before it could.
Nah, it didn't. It didn't.
With that said, y'all, I don't want to keep it going for too long, but Sean Johnson, Head Steph, Sade Renee. That's another episode of IC. We went a little long, but tell us what you think. Leave some comments in the comments. Like, subscribe. Yeah, who's bugging? Comment who's bugging. We're going to have a poll.